Hello everyone! Welcome to Let's Talk in English. My name is Esther.
And my name is Gabe. I'm happy that you are joining us here today. Today's topic is travel.
And where are we traveling to? Well, we're going to wonderful Copenhagen. Copenhagen is the largest city in the country of Denmark.
And it is wonderful. What does it mean if something is wonderful? That means it is great or amazing. You will have a great time there.
Right. Now let's talk about the city of Copenhagen. It is not only the largest city in Denmark, it is also the capital city. This means the leaders of the country have their offices there. If you look on a map, the country of Sweden is in Europe. It's in the north part of Europe. In fact, it's the country just north of Germany.
Have you ever been to Europe before, Esther?
I've never been to Europe. How about you, Gabe?
I've been to Holland, I've been to Germany, and some other places, but I've never been to Denmark, so no, I've never been to Copenhagen.
Right. Well, we're going to learn a lot about Copenhagen together. Now let's go to today's reading.
Copenhagen, Denmark is a wonderful city. It's fun to explore it. Start in Nyhavn, the city's old port. Admire the beautiful, old, colorful buildings. Today, many have cafes or restaurants in them. Visit Rosenborg Castle. You can learn about the lives of kings and queens in the 17th century. Be sure to see the Danish crown jewels, too. A visit to Tivoli Gardens is a must. You can walk around the park and enjoy the games and rides. And don't miss seeing the famous statue of the Little Mermaid.
Wow, thanks, Gabe. Friends, there are so many things we can do in Copenhagen. We'll learn more about them today. Now it's time to go to our Find It question. Our question is, where is the statue of the Little Mermaid?
Where is the statue of the Little Mermaid? We're going to find out the answer to that question. But right now it's time for us to learn some key words with Sonia.
今天 Julie 和 Sarah 聊到哥本哈根这个城市，她觉得哥本哈根是一个很值得探索的城市。It's a great city to explore. 动词 explore 就是探索。因为 Julie 的朋友正在那边旅游 ，Sarah 问这位朋友有没有去蒂沃利花园玩。Did your friend go to Tivoli Gardens? 名词 garden 就是花园。他的朋友还去了罗森堡城堡。He went to Rosenborg Castle. 名词 castle 就是城堡。他去参观城堡，了解了17世纪时国王和皇后的生活方式。He learned about the lives of kings and queens in the 17th century. 名词 queen 就是王后。17世纪 in the 17th century. 名词 century 就是世纪。
What a great statue.
What is, Julie?
This picture of the Little Mermaid statue in Copenhagen. My friend took it.
Let me see. She isn't very big.
No, but she is famous. My friend is in Copenhagen now. It's a great city to explore.
Sounds fun. Did your friend go to Tivoli Gardens? That's also famous.
Of course. Going there is a must.
Well, we must take a look at this conversation. Julie says, what a great statue. I think there are probably a lot of statues in Copenhagen.
Right, but we're talking about one certain statue. And Sarah wants to know which statue Julie is talking about.
That's right. Which statue? Well, that reminds me of our Find It question. Where is the statue of the Little Mermaid?
Well, we found the answer. We heard it in the conversation. It's in Copenhagen. Now, The Little Mermaid is a very famous story, and many people believe the story began in Denmark. So Julie shows Sarah a picture of the Little Mermaid statue.
That's right. But did Julie take this picture with her own camera? No, she says her friend took it. Her friend took the picture. When you take a picture, you use a camera or your smartphone and click a button so that you have a picture of something. It's fun to take pictures, and it would be fun to take a picture of that statue of the Little Mermaid. But what is a mermaid?
Well, a mermaid is not a fish. It's not a person. It's not a real animal, but it's a character you see in stories. The top of this mermaid looks like a person and the bottom looks like a fish.
The top of the mermaid looks like a woman or a girl, and the bottom looks like a fish. If the top looks like a man or a boy, we would call that a merman, but we're not talking about mermen today. We're talking about the Little Mermaid.
Thanks, Gabe. I learned something new. Julie says that the Little Mermaid is very, very famous, and her friend took the picture because her friend is in Copenhagen. Now she continues and says it's a great city to explore. If you explore a place, it means you're going to travel there. You're going to look into what you can do there.
I love exploring, especially if I go to a new place. If you are exploring, it means there are a lot of places and things you don't know yet, and so you are going to walk around or maybe take a bus or something like that and go and try to find out more about these things.
Right. So to find out, to look into, to travel to are other words you can use to talk about the word explore. And there's so much to explore there. There's also the famous Tivoli Gardens.
Yes. Now, this is a very special place. When I think of a garden, I think of some part of the ground that has many flowers and plants, but this place has a lot more than just flowers and plants. There is a lot of things, there are many things that you can do in the Tivoli Gardens.
Going there is a must. And friends, that's today's calendar phrase.
Going there is a must.
Going there is a must. 那里是一定要去的。
I'm going to Europe.
Where in Europe?
I'll stop in London.
Ooh, going there is a must.
I'll stop in Paris.
Oh, going there is a must.
I'll stop in Rome.
Going there is a must.
After that, I'll come back home.
Coming home is a must too.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Going there is a must.
Going there is a must.
那里是一定要去的。
Sonia, can you help us with this sentence?
Julie 说，那里是一定要去的。Going there is a must. 本句主词是一个动名词片语 going there。因为是表达一件事或一项活动，所以动词用第三人称单数的 is。我们来看例句 ：Going to the park is a lot of fun. 到公园去很好玩。或是 Going on vacation is a great way to relax. 度假是一个让人放轻松的好方法。
Thanks, Sonia. Friends, it's time for a break. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Talking English. 10 minutes every day. That's the way.
Welcome back.
Yes, we are enjoying a conversation between Sarah and Julie. And Julie's friend is in the European city of Copenhagen, Denmark.
Right. And this friend is a man. He took a picture of the famous statue, the Little Mermaid.
And what else can you do in Copenhagen? You can visit the Tivoli Gardens, which have more than just little flowers.
Let's continue and go to the second part of today's conversation.
What else did your friend do?
He walked around Nyhavn. That's Copenhagen's old port. The old buildings are very colorful.
Fun. What else?
He went to Rosenborg Castle. He learned about the lives of kings and queens in the 17th century.
I'd like to do that.
And he saw the Danish crown jewels.
I'd really like to see those.
Well, what else did your friend do? That's what Sarah asked. What did Julie's friend do anyway?
Well, he walked around a place called Nyhavn, and that is Copenhagen's old port. A port is where ships and boats are docked or parked when they are not out in the sea.
And what can you do there? What can you see? You can see some very old and very colorful buildings in that part of town. Well, that sounds fun. So that's what Sarah says. Fun. What else?
Julie's friend went to Rosenborg Castle. A castle is a large building with high, thick walls built for important people to be protected. People like kings and queens live in castles.
So he learned about the lives of these kings and queens in the 17th century. So those are some great key words for you to know, friends. A castle, remember, that is where someone like a king or a queen would live. And of course, who are the kings and queens? Well, the king is a man who leads the country, and the queen is either the king's wife or maybe the woman who leads the country.
Right. Gabe and I are pretending that he is a king and I am a queen. So the female leader, the king's wife, is called a queen. And queens often wear crowns. Now we heard the word century. A century means 100 years.
All right, remember those words: castles, queens, kings, centuries. Well, Sarah says, I'd like to do that. I'd like to. That sounds like a great phrase for you to know. Let's go ask Sonia about that right now.
Sarah 说：“我想要那么做。I'd like to do that。”这个 I'd like 是 I would like 的缩写，使用助动词 would 可以使提出要求或表达愿望时，口气显得更加温和有礼。第一种用法是在某种条件下希望能做到的事。我们来看例句 ：I'd like to visit the museum if we have time。如果我们有时间，我想要去参观博物馆。第二种用法是表达未来的计划或目标。例句 ：I'd like to finish the project by Friday。我想要在周五之前完成这个案子。
Thank you, Sonia. Okay, I'm excited about this part because I can finally talk about the crown and its jewels. Because Julie said that her friend saw the Danish crown jewels.
Right. The crown is what kings and queens wear on the top of their heads. And there are many jewels on crowns.
That's right. Jewels are nice and sparkly and shiny and very expensive. Crowns look very nice when there are many jewels inside.
Well, friends, that's it for today. Now it's time for us to go and review today's keywords.
The first key word is explore. Explore. She explored the area near the school.
Castle. Castle. Would you like to live in a castle?
Queen. Queen. You should respect the king and queen.
Century. Century. We live in the 21st century.
Garden. Garden. Let's walk around the garden. Well, those are today's key words. And now,
it's your turn.
Today's keywords for you are explore, castle, queen, century, and garden. Now it's your turn to use them in a sentence. First one. The year 1924 was ago. You got it! The year 1924 was a century ago. Next. These woods. Correct! Let's explore these woods. Next. The wants everyone to admire her. You're right. The queen wants everyone to admire her. Next. Many plants grow in this. That's the answer. Many plants grow in this garden. Last one. The king is building a... Good job. The king is building a castle. Make sure that you come back for your turn. What a great statue.
What is, Julie?
This picture of the Little Mermaid statue in Copenhagen. My friend took it.
Let me see. She isn't very big.
No, but she is famous. My friend is in Copenhagen now. It's a great city to explore.
Sounds fun. Did your friend go to Tivoli Gardens? That's also famous.
Of course. Going there is a must.
What else did your friend do?
He walked around Nyhavn. That's Copenhagen's old port. The old buildings are very colorful.
Fun. What else?
He went to Rosenborg Castle. He learned about the lives of kings and queens in the 17th century.
I'd like to do that.
And he saw the Danish crown jewels.
I'd really like to see those.
Ginger, what has famous gardens?
Oh, I know. A farm.
Let me finish the question.
Oops. Okay.
What has famous gardens, an old port with colorful buildings, and a castle with jewels?
Oh, I know. A fairy tale.
A fairy tale. Hey, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
But it's not the answer I'm looking for.
Okay, I give up. Tell me, what has famous gardens, an old port with colorful buildings,
and a castle with jewels?
What's the answer?
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen? What's that?
It's a city in Denmark.
Wow, it sounds like a fun place to explore.
I agree.
Let's pack our suitcases.
Not so fast.
Welcome to Fun Time. It's a beautiful day, and I'm taking my dog to the park. There has a beautiful garden.
Stop! It's the grammar cop.
Oh, hello, officer. Did I do something wrong?
No, but you said something wrong.
All I said was, there has a beautiful garden.
No, don't say there has.
But it's true. The park has a beautiful garden.
Yes, that is correct. Say the park has something.
Oh, say the place and then say what it has?
That's correct. The room has a chair. The table has cups.
The park has a garden. The garden has flowers.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, when can I use the word there?
You can say there is a chair in the room.
Huh.
There are cups on the table.
There is a garden in the park. There are flowers in the garden.
That's correct. Use there is something or there are some things.
But never there has?
Exactly. Excuse me. Yes. What? They said what? Okay, I'll be right there. I'm sorry, I have to go.
More bad grammar?
I'm afraid so.
Sorry about the grammar mistake, officer. I'll remember next time.
Great. And here is a ticket to help you remember.
Don't get stopped by the grammar cop.
If you had a chance to visit Copenhagen in Denmark, which of these places would you like to see? Esther, would you like to visit the Tivoli Gardens or maybe this castle that we talked about?
I think I'd be interested in visiting the Rosenborg Castle. I'd like to find out more about the lives of kings and queens in the 1600s, the 17th century.
Yeah, that's right. The 1600s, the year 1600, all the way up to 1699 is called the 17th century. That's very interesting. Where would you like to visit if you visited Copenhagen? That's a great thing to talk about.
And that's it for today. Be sure to join us again tomorrow right here on Let's Talk in English. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.